News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
The observation point fire grows to over 1.5 square miles. Good morning, everyone. Montana Morning, congratulations. You made it. It's Friday, July the 1st, 2016. Yeah, clear skies, 61 degrees in Missoula right now. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Kootenai Creek Village, the maintenance-free active adult community in Stevensville for the best of western Montana living. Our top story this morning, the wildfire burning on national forest land near Hamilton has grown to 1.5 square miles, mostly due to a burnout intended to prevent the fire from spreading toward the community of Darby. Fire Information Officer Ann Rice-Sikora is a member of the Type 1 Incident Management Team who started fighting the fire yesterday at 6 a.m.
We are used to dealing with complex wildfire situations. This is what this team does. They travel nationally to wherever the need might be. It's early in the season, so this is really the first big Type 1 incident in the Northern Rockies for 2016. So we were here with less than a day's notice.
The Type 1 team will take over for a Type 3 management team. According to Rice-Sikora, hot weather, strong winds, and the holiday weekend helped to convince the Bitterroot National Forest to jump to the highest level management team possible.
The terrain is really tough. It's steep. It's boulders that crumble and roll and break. Very dangerous to put folks on the fire, especially the western flank. We're very early in the season, June. This is fire activity we would normally see in late July. So that's alarming for fire managers. We want to be able to get this under control and let those citizens, enjoy their holiday weekend.
Rice-Sikora says firefighters believe they have a strong anchor point to keep the fire from burning towards homes along the 93 corridor. And residents in the 200 homes remained on notice yesterday to prepare for possible evacuation. A simple camping trip, an abandoned campfire sparks a wildfire, and the camper is liable for the costs of fighting that fire. Fire Information and Education Officer with the Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation, the DNRC, Crystal Beckman, said people who recreate outdoors must be made aware of the possible liabilities involved with negligent behavior.
Natural Resources and Conservation, we're given state statute that says that if you start a fire, you could be held liable for the cost of that fire. Fires are very expensive these days, and so that's why we're out getting the message out to everyone that it is very important to be careful with fireworks, follow fireworks restrictions, and do your best to not ignite a wildfire.
Beckman said the costs associated with modern firefighting can be staggering.
Each fire is different depending on what resources come to assist the fire, but these days there are very few fires that are affordable for one person to cover the cost of. They could range anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000 for a regular fire.
Beckman added some cautionary words about fireworks.
It's really important for the public to remember that fireworks are prohibited on all federal and state lands or even private land that's classified as forest. So to ensure that you're following those restrictions in your area. And if you do start a fire, be sure to call 911 immediately.
The 4th of July weekend will send thousands of people into the state and national forests. And continuing along that theme, the city of Missoula reminds residents shooting off fireworks is illegal within the city limits and that fines can run into the hundreds of dollars for violators. Communications Director for the city, Ginny Miriam, described the novelty items that are still legal to use.
Sparklers are okay. Snakes and glowworms, toy smoke devices that put out more smoke actually than fire, snappers, party poppers, and we have those pictured on our website.
Miriam said there can be repercussions for those who choose to light out fireworks within the city limits.
Both police officers and firefighters can write tickets to people for illegally setting off fireworks inside the city. The fine for the first offense is $100 plus court costs, and the second offense within the same calendar year is $300 plus court costs. So it could set you back a little.
Miriam also said the city police department will be cooperating with the sheriff's office and the highway patrol with the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign to stop drunk and distracted driving over the 4th of July holiday weekend. A 78-year-old Washington State man who went missing while visiting family in Montana has been found dead in a car that crashed on a ranch north of Livingston. Park County officials say someone who was hired to spray weeds spotted the car belonging to Robert Lee Bishop on Tuesday. It had gone off a dirt ranch road down a 15-foot embankment and landed on its side in a creek bank. Bishop, who lived in Vancouver, Washington, was last seen June 16th. He had called his family that evening, reporting he got lost while driving after dinner. Officials say a property owner had reported seeing a vehicle driving through nearby hayfields late June 16th. Officers investigated but couldn't find the vehicle. Bishop's family reported him missing the next afternoon. It has been to be the Montana governor. Bozeman entrepreneur Greg Ginn Forte has given his campaign more than $500,000 of his own money. More of his personal wealth could stream into his campaign as the Republican buys expensive television spots. While moneyed candidates can free themselves of the burdens of fundraising by writing themselves checks, self-funded campaigns don't always translate to victory at the ballot box. State Senator Matt Rosendale found that out 2 years ago after loaning himself $1.5 million in a failed bid for the U.S. Congress. Rosendale's running again, this time for state auditor. His latest campaign finance statements show he's raised no money for November's general election against Democrat Jesse Laslovich. That worries Laslovich, who is busy raising money in anticipation that Rosendale will begin pouring his personal fortune into the race. Missoula police are searching for clues in a purse theft case from April. Public Information Officer Travis Welsh has more.
Back in April, right around midday, we had a report from a woman who had eaten at a fast food restaurant, and upon leaving, she forgot to take her purse with her. In reviewing video surveillance in the restaurant, they observed another male had approached and actually taken possession of the purse and left.
The thief has been using the checkbook stolen during the incident at several businesses across Montana.
Well, since the original theft, several of the couple's personal checks have been passed fraudulently. There was an attempt to use one of the credit cards that had been in the purse, and we are in the process of tracking them all down. In fact, we have one attempt in another city. It was Bozeman.
To view photos of the suspect, visit our website at newstalkkgvo.com. New York police have charged an 80-year-old man with animal cruelty after he gained fame riding horses around the country, saying he was a cowboy helping hungry children. Todd Doc Mishler was arrested yesterday, 3 days after riding over the Outer Bridge crossing linking New Jersey with the city's Staten Island borough. Police say his two horses, one carrying bags, suffered from dehydration and open bleeding and saddle sores. They charged him with 2 counts of animal cruelty. He was ordered to appear in court today. Our News Talk time, 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly sunny skies today with our high temperatures in the low 90s. We'll drop back into the mid-50s this evening. An isolated thunderstorm will be possible Saturday. Temperatures will drop back into the 80s this weekend. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.